When you hear the phrase, like Mike, or Air Jordans, the number 23, Space Jam, or basketball legend, you probably think of Michael Jordan. I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan. As a former basketball player, I looked up to him. I was impressed by all of his stats and all the awards that he's won. Michael Jordan was very successful in his basketball career and also his acting career. Today, I'm going to tell you about his basketball career with the Bulls and the Wizards, and also about his acting and business career. All the information I found about his basketball career was found on Encyclopedia of World Biography, published in 2011. He did not make his sophomore basketball team in high school, but he did make the team the next year. After high school, he went to the University of North Carolina with a basketball scholarship. He led the ACC in scoring his sophomore and junior year in college. He was also the College Player of the Year his sophomore and junior year in college. After his junior year in college, he went to play for pros with the Chicago Bulls. He was the third pick. The Bulls were a losing team when he started playing for them, only attracting around 6,000 fans per home game. He played on the All-Star team his first 2 seasons of pro. He was the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to score 3,000 points in a single season. In 1988, he was the Defensive Player of the Year. He was the league's MVP. He was the first player to lead the league in scoring and steals. And in the seasons of 1991 through 1993, the Bulls won the NBA title. Unfortunately, in the summer of 1993, his father was murdered in a robbery attempt. His father's death and media reports about his gambling led him to retire. He played minor league baseball for the Birmingham Barons, and he was not very successful in baseball. He was not a very good player. But that led him to, let him have time to rest so he could regain his love for basketball. And he went to play basketball the next year for the Bulls. And he was rusty that year, but the next year he led the Bulls to win 72 games and only 10 losses. In that season, they won their 4th NBA championship. In 1999, he retired once again. 3 years later, he ended his retirement and played for the Washington Wizards at 38 years old. He almost led them to the playoffs until he injured his knee. The season of 2002-2003 was his last season. Michael Jordan was extremely successful at basketball, and he also had a successful acting career. He was a spokesman for Nike, Coca-Cola, Gatorade, Wheaties, Hanes, and many more. I found all the information on the ESPN website, published on February 21st of 2011. One of his most famous commercials was his Like Mike commercial for Gatorade. And Nike made shoes for him called Air Jordans. And he was also in the famous movie Space Jam. Today, I talked to you about Michael Jordan's basketball career with the Bulls and the Wizards, and I also told you about his acting career. I'm going to end with a quote from Michael Jackson, which he said in 1998, quoted in the book Nike Culture. I've missed over 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed.